Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Samer and Layla, welcome and thank you for your continued support of our school. Some of you may recognize Jad's father, who graciously comes here to speak with our students and shares his historical knowledge with the community. I think we should add more to your plate because I think both of you could come and hold a professional development on parenting based on the outstanding young man you have raised to my right. Thank you so much for sharing Jad with us. Before I introduce Jad today, I need to address some unfinished business. You see, I was hoping to stand here not just to deliver an introduction, but to present him with the Advisory Fantasy Football Championship ring. Unfortunately, we both fell victim to the same fate. A Jets fan who barely made the playoffs somehow channeled her inner Tom Brady and crushed our championship dreams. The constant taunting that I will have to endure might be worse than the loss itself. At least you are escaping to Duke. It's yet another experience that strengthens our bond and reminds me that we're in this together, in fantasy football and in real life. Hey, at least you didn't have to go on a date with a stuffed animal. Introducing Jad is both a joy and a challenge. He was my first advisee, who was also my student. Jad was a part of my Honors, Empires, and Encounters class when he was a 9th grader. Apparently, a year of hearing me talk every day wasn't enough for him, so he came back for more. However, he did tell me I was not his first choice, and now I suspect he didn't choose my advisory at all, but was placed there by the powers that be as a way to help me out. I always wondered how you earned so many service hours. Thanks for taking one for the team. Even if I wasn't his first choice, something remarkable happened along the way. What started as a typical advisor-advisee relationship grew into something even more meaningful. Just the other day, I was having dinner with my wife, Joanne, and son, Chase, and a simple conversation perfectly captured this transformation. Joanne asked Chase about his 8th grade basketball away games, wondering who he sits on the bus with. When she asked Chase, why doesn't he sit with me, his father and assistant coach, Chase simply replied, because Jad sits with Dad. The best part, Joanne didn't even question it. That's how naturally Jad has become part of our family. In the classroom, Jad's intellectual curiosity and engagement with the material set him apart from day one. He was so impressive and dedicated that he was a clear choice for the Global History Award that year. He continued his academic excellence, and I could say this with the utmost confidence, that every teacher he has ever had would love to have a classroom full of Jads. He's engaged in the class lessons and discussions, he completes assignments thoughtfully and carefully, and he's respectful to everyone in the classroom. You never have to worry about making a mistake when Jad is around. He will never make you feel inferior. And although his trash talking has improved over the years, his remarks don't hurt too deeply because I understand the heart behind them. Sorry. Jad is an outstanding student, and I could continue to elaborate on his academic accomplishments. However, it's who he is outside the classroom that truly makes him exceptional. Jad is an extremely talented percussionist and devotes so much time to his craft outside of school. As a day student, you would think that with the effort he puts into his studies and the time attending orchestra, you would never see him around campus. Not true. Jad is an active presence. Some of you may even be surprised that he is not a boarder. Strewn meetings, extra help sessions, peer tutoring, sports, supporting our teams, robotics, dinner and Stoltz with his favorite people. Jad is in it. He loves Christ School and is the embodiment of what it means to be a greenie. These are not just things on a checklist for him. Jad does all of these activities with genuine care and commitment. He's an amazing community member and represents our school in the absolute best possible way. I could go on and on about Jad, and I will. He is dependable, honest, and trustworthy, to name a few. And these aren't just admirable traits. They're the essence of who he is. He's the kind of person who makes our community stronger just by being part of it. Jad, as your advisor, teacher, and family member, I couldn't be more proud of the young man you've become. The fantasy football losses might sting, but they're just another chapter in your story, a story I'm grateful to be a part of. As you prepare to take your next steps at Duke University, know that you'll always have a seat on our family bus, metaphorically and literally. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense pride and great enthusiasm that I stand before you today to introduce a truly remarkable young man, a shining beacon of our Greenie spirit, Jad Traboulsi.
I think this might be the lowest that has ever gone. Good morning.
Good morning.
I would like to start off by thanking a few important people who have helped me become the man I am today. Firstly, thank you, Mr. M., for that meaningful introduction. You've been a key part of my time here at Christ School, and I have no idea where I would be without you as my advisor. Even though you were my third choice my freshman year, I think we've come a long way since then. Mrs. M., thank you for taking the time out of your day to be here. It really means a lot to me. I truly appreciate all the guidance you have given me these past few years, and I'm going to miss our post-game dinners. Baba, I did the Wordle in 3 today. No, I've never heard of the word, and I have no clue what it means. All jokes aside, your dedication to our family and my success has helped me do things even I had no clue I could do. Mama, your commitment to our family and your constant love and affection do not go unnoticed. I'm going to miss you when I go off to college. I love you. Faris, I just recently learned you are not here because you wanted to be in math class for some reason. I love you or something, I don't know, he's not even here. To the Meng and Yellow advisory, I'm going to miss our weekly arguments about who sucks the most at fantasy football. And Owen, I can't wait to return next year for your last place punishment. There's the shout out you're asking for. With all that out of the way, now for what you've all been waiting for. 4 years ago, I promised myself I wouldn't leave writing the speech to the last minute, but here we are. Procrastination is like a rowboat with a hole in it. Imagine you're out fishing in the middle of a lake on a rowboat, and you look down at your feet only to realize water is beginning to leak in. The longer it takes you to act, the worse your situation gets. The longer it takes you to figure out a solution, the more you wish you remember what you learned in the swimming lessons your mom made you take when you were 6. Procrastinating can have similar, but hopefully less catastrophic effects. By intentionally being lazy, you only make things harder on yourself down the road. I speak from experience with this one, and trust me, I have a lot of it. At this point, I've pretty much perfected the art of procrastination. By always leaving things to the last minute, I've lost countless hours of sleep, staying up late to finish work, and have only made my life more stressful. When I look back at my time at Christ School, my only regret is consistently waiting until I'm nose deep in water to finally patch the hole in my boat and do something about my situation. Sorry. Life is a series of workouts and lift sessions. Regardless of how strong or experienced you are, you'll never see gains instantly, and without consistency, making gains is incredibly difficult and frustrating. As you grow stronger and lift for longer, the weights get increasingly heavy, and the more you shake and struggle while lifting, the more you will benefit from it. The same can be said for life. No matter how smart you are or how hard you try, learning a new subject or skill will be challenging at first. It won't come instantly, and it will take commitment and consistency to master whatever it is you're trying to learn. Let's say, for example, you're trying to memorize your lines for an upcoming play, or maybe you finally realized you actually need to know the sideboard for Mr. Moni's class. Simply looking at it for a couple minutes won't get you to your end goal. The only effective way to learn it is through dedication and consistently coming back to review and gain progress. As life goes on, you have to face increasingly difficult challenges. A 1-paragraph essay for Mr. M's class might seem hard for you now, but if you keep hitting that metaphorical weight room, you'll be writing essays with no problem. Until Mr. Gordon assigns you a 4-page opinionated editorial. And for those of you who don't know what that is, that's exactly my point. Finally, find something you're good at or something you love. For me, that was basketball. I know you're all thinking right about now, Jad, I didn't know you were good at basketball. And my response to that is, I'm not. I'm 5'5", let's be realistic here. But whether I'm playing, watching, or even managing, some of my favorite experiences revolve around the sport. Regardless of my abilities on the court, basketball has been my outlet from life and has been my way to escape. Whether it's sports, art, or anything else, an outlet is important because it helps clear your headspace and reorient yourself to focus on what's important in life. Finding your outlet isn't about being perfect at what you do, but the enjoyment and fulfillment you gain from doing whatever it is that you love. God bless, go Blue Devils, and go Green.